This is the forest, the place where our ancestors lived for millennia, perfecting their craft, learning how to survive off the land and the land alone. And eventually it led to us, and we forgot the ways of living out in the wild, living on our own. But today, I'm gonna bring that back, because I'm gonna teach you
how to build a lean-to. Now, the first step is finding a tree or two trees nearby to lean your base branch against. For us, we're going to be using this tree in our backyard, and Troy and I already prepared our base stick. Right? We got it nice straight down. So what you're going to do, you're going to take it, make sure you get it secure. You might want to dig into the ground a little bit. Make sure it's nice and secure. Now, for this instance, it's going to be a little bit smaller because we don't have time to find the good branches, but usually you would have a lot bigger one. Okay, now the next step is after you've got your area found that you wanted and you got your base stick leaned up against the tree, you're going to want to find a bunch of branches. For us, they're already right here because we've got a tree that branches fell from. Usually, it would take a while to do this step, so if you need to take a second to do that, go ahead and do that. Okay, so our next step here is now that we've got all of our branches ready to be leaned against the lean-to and ready to build. What you want to do is a lot of the time you'll have better, thicker branches that aren't as curved. We're going to make them a little more, less of these, all these branches around and stuff, right? So now what we're going to do, we're going to take all these, we're going to make sure they kind of dig into the ground here so they stay secure. Come up here. Come up closer. Watch out for that. So we want to dig it into the ground here a little bit, move some of the leaves so we make sure it's really stuck. And then we'll take it and we'll lean it against our base here, making sure it's secure. Okay?
Okay.
Like that. So now we'll take all these and we'll do that. So now that you've got them all leaned up, usually you would have more and be a little more secure than what I did, because I'm in a slight hurry, as you can tell the weather here. But now, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to take a bunch of debris, leaves, and set it up, and kind of match it between, making sure, and line the whole thing with it. Now this is optional, but in my scenario I would prefer to do this to help block out some of the snow. With this, just adding more sticks should be fine. And now if we come over to this side, you can see, now we've got a nice little area where we can sit, protected from the rain. And usually, like I said, this would be bigger. So you'd be able to, in some cases, even stand up in these. And you'd have a nice place to sleep. You'd have a nice protection from the wind, from the snow, and all the other weather conditions. So now, we got mostly the bottom part covered in foliage, and this is what it would look like generally. It's blocking the snow out, and if you come over here, you can see on the inside that there's already less snow than there is where it's not, so you can see where this is practical. And I would want to put my head there because it's warmer rather than where the snow is at. That is how to build a lean-to in the snow. I'm cold, and my name's Alex, and yeah, now here's some bloopers.
And I have some things in my foot.
That's